You don't avoid what matters most by accident. It's not the small things you struggle with. You can reply to messages, do routine tasks, handle things that don't carry much weight. But the things that actually matter, the important conversation, the project you care about, the step that could change something, those are the ones you put off. You tell yourself you'll do it later, when you're ready, when you feel more clear. But that moment doesn't come, and instead of moving forward, you circle around it, staying close, but not actually stepping in. And that's confusing, because if it matters, why avoid it? Here's the shift. You're not avoiding it because it's unimportant, you're avoiding it because it matters too much. The more something matters, the more it carries. Expectation, pressure, the possibility of getting it wrong, and your brain picks up on that instantly. It doesn't just see the opportunity, it sees the risk. What if this doesn't work? What if I fail at something I care about? What if this changes things in a way I can't control? So instead of moving towards it, your mind creates distance. Not obviously, but subtly. Through delay, through distraction, through telling yourself you'll come back to it. Because that distance reduces the immediate discomfort. There's also something deeper underneath it. Your brain is wired to protect your identity, how you see yourself. If something matters to you, it becomes connected to that. So taking action means exposing that part of you, putting it out there, where it can be judged, where it can succeed or fail. And that feels vulnerable. So avoidance becomes a way of protecting that identity. Because as long as you don't fully try, there's nothing to evaluate, nothing to prove wrong. There's also the way your mind looks for certainty. It wants to know the outcome before you begin, to feel prepared, in control. But the things that matter most rarely offer that. They're uncertain by nature. So your brain hesitates, waiting for a level of clarity that doesn't exist yet. And while you wait, nothing moves. So the shift isn't about forcing yourself through resistance. It's about recognizing what that resistance actually is. Not laziness, not lack of discipline, but protection. And once you see that, you approach it differently. You make it smaller, less about the outcome, more about the next step. Because your brain reacts to the size of what you're facing, and when it feels smaller, it feels safer to begin. And maybe that's the truth. You don't avoid what matters because you don't care. You avoid it because you care enough for it to feel risky. And once you understand that, you stop waiting to feel ready and start moving, even with the discomfort there. Because that's where the real change happens, not in avoiding what matters, but in stepping towards it anyway.